Nutritionally, well, the thyroid needs protein, and the thyroid and the adrenals need fat. Cortisol needs fat. So if you look at any kind of, there's a steroid hormone cascade, and now they also have one that's cholesterol slash LDL. So doctors are screaming at you to lower your LDL. No, you need your LDL because that makes all the steroid hormones, and the poor liver is trying to make cholesterol, which is supposed to build your, regenerate brain tissue and myelin sheaths and things like that. But all the hormones are made out of the fat we eat, synthesized in the adrenals, and only if an egg is fertilized is it necessary in the ovaries. So for thyroid, you absolutely need iodine, because our polluted world today, it's impossible to get adequate iodine from our food. So it's an essential nutrient. It's the only thing I recommend that it's not food. I mean, it is, because our food doesn't have it, then you need to eat fat. So I don't know where you are, where someone is on what they say is their journey, but I certainly hit a wall when I hit 52. And that's where I went carnivore at 52 when I went into menopause. So I also think adolescents need a lot of fat. So women need 40% more iodine and 40% more thyroid hormone during adolescence and during pregnancy. So those are the things that if a woman hasn't had it during adolescence, issues will definitely come up later. Okay, so we used to say in the 80s you could top up a sufficient system with 2 drops. That would be the old Jean Lugol from, he invented in 1827. It's a 15% solution. People who villainize iodine made people scared, so they called it the 5% solution to make it seem smaller. So basically it's 15% potassium iodide, 10% potassium iodide, 5% elemental iodine. Has nothing to do with radioactive iodine, which is an entirely different thing that they shoot in you to kill your thyroid. The world is a lot more polluted than it was in the 80s. There are forever chemicals, there are phthalates. What we used to worry about, just halides and bromide, which is in I get probably my chair has, the cushioning on my chair has bromide. It's everywhere. But today we also have these other chemicals that are impossible for us to escape. So that's why I usually recommend a minimum of 4 drops of 5% now. Fat, because that's what all those steroid hormones are made out of. And we can replenish when we exercise, we are using a lot of adrenaline, right? After 15 minutes of endurance, I know if it's not weight training, if your heart rate is high for more than 15 minutes, you will go into a fight or flight state. So you're using cortisol to address that fight or flight state. If you don't replenish that fat, you will have issues, cortisol issues.